Good evening again, everybody. This is Davey Jones from our Bucyrus Pizza Hut with Coach's Corner West on the WQEL Facebook page. Buckeye Central part of the show. We've got Coach Missy McDougal and the volleyball program from BC. That comes up here in just one moment. Our show brought to you in part by Matt Studer at Spitzer Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Kia, a mile east of the Richland Mall. Coach Tim Plumley, Mohegan Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation. Adam Weisner and everybody at Advanced Fiber Technology. Also, Roger Brown, Winks Lock and Safe, South Poplar Street at West Warren, Bucyrus. Matt Ramsey, John Ziegler, Drew Young, Frank Highland, and everybody at Bucyrus Blades, serving worldwide markets since 1951. And Rob Lust at Edgefield Animal Clinic in Marion. Coach McDougal is with us again. And Coach, one of the most successful programs in Crawford County, state champs back in 1993 and 90. I think it was the same notes I had last Tuesday. But say, you know, you guys have seen a lot of success. In fact, when I talk about 1993 and 96 state championship, you were a part nearly of that team, close.
Nearly. That first state team, they were sophomores when we went to state my senior year. So.
All right. So you graduated in 92 then?
92, yeah.
92, so you just missed it. You probably went and saw it play.
Absolutely.
All right. Everybody in New Washington goes and watches the Buckeye Central women play volleyball and basketball, right?
They do.
Last one out, turn out the lights, right?
Absolutely.
There you go. How many years is this you now as a coach?
This is my second year.
Second year. And talk to me a little bit about as a player at BC. We talked about, you know, back in the early 90s. Was that an inspiration for you to get involved in the coaching program?
You know, my inspiration probably would have been more leaning towards basketball.
All right, you played basketball?
That was my sport. You know, volleyball was something I did to stay busy, to be involved with my teammates, and we were good, so it was still fun. But I never really foresaw myself being a volleyball coach.
Who was the basketball coach back then?
Chuck Snyder was my
Chuck Snyder?
Yeah,
okay.
He was my basketball coach, and Nancy Whiteman at the time was my volleyball coach. But we had a great program. We have a great tradition. The expectation back then was win.
Where did you go to college?
I went to Xavier and played basketball.
I played basketball at Xavier. They still have a program down there?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, I mean, I know they have dropped some of their programs in sports.
They don't have a football team, but
yeah.
they've got everything else.
They got everything else.
Yeah.
What did you major in at?
Accounting.
Accounting. Well, you got a good job for that now, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about what we can contribute to the success of this volleyball program, as well as basketball.
You know, I think getting a group of girls that want to work hard, that buy into a positive culture, they want to be successful, that's not only going to help them in volleyball, it's going to help them in basketball or softball. It's going to help them in life. I mean, in school, we talk about practice a lot about, you know, school first. You got to work hard at school, just like you have to work hard when you walk in the gym. And we want this to be a fun, positive experience for them. Winning is part of that. I mean, we have to work hard, and we do have a tradition to continue.
Talk a little bit about this year's team. You and I shared this last week up at Pete's, but bottom line is you graduated a lot of young ladies. You've got some excellent young people coming back, but your colleagues in the N10 have gotten a little bit better this year. And last year, we might be able to use the word cakewalk, but cakewalk's out of batter this year, right?
There's going to be no cakewalks this year. We're going to have to come in and battle every night in the N10. We do have still, you know, we have some talented players. We're very young, we're inexperienced. We're testing them this preseason, though. We've got a really tough scrimmage schedule. We had a real tough one Friday night. We're playing some teams that we won't.
Well, how'd you do Friday night?
Not great.
Not great?
But we, you know,
growing pains?
There were, but, you know, we had some good competition. We played Amherst Steel. They were in the state for Division I last year. We played Vermilion and Margaretta, both lost in regional finals to eventual state champions. So we ask a lot of these girls, but that's what's going to prepare us for the season.
Right. That's one of the things, and I think I got this back on the second page. If I repeat myself, please forgive me, but bottom line is that you and your colleagues before you have always scheduled non-league games that are not cakewalks.
We've got a tough schedule again this year. I mean, we're going to go down to St. Henry, and we're going to see three probably top 10 type teams in Division 4. But after what we went through Friday night, I keep telling the girls, what you saw Friday, we won't see again. Amherst Steel they're legit. I mean, they were big, 6'2" plus across the front, all 6 rotations. So we won't see that much, but we're going to be prepared when we go down to St. Henry and for the N10.
All right. Total numbers on your team this year?
We've got 18 girls,
Is
9
that
through 12.
up, down,
It's a little bit down, about 3 down.
All right.
We've got a big freshman class, I think 10 or 11 freshmen. So, like I said, we're young, but they want to win, they want to play, they want to work hard, and they get along. So that's half the battle.
How about middle school program?
Middle school, I think we've got about 8 girls, both in 7th and 8th grade. So they're okay.
Do they get to play? I mean, do they get to play other schools in the N10? Or?
Yeah, we play an N10 schedule. We picked up a few extra games to try to get them a little bit more experience this year. And we just got to get these girls in the gym and working hard. All
right. We're going to talk to the young ladies here that are with the Buckeye Central Volleyball program, and that comes up in just one moment. Our show brought to you by Dwayne McCombs at Poet Grain on the Hillman Ford Road, just northwest of Marion. Luann Krebs, River's Edge Embroidery, Screen Printing, and Signs right across from the Marion Depot. Dr. Erica Schieber, Bucyrus Veterinary Services, 222 West Mary Street, Bucyrus. Thomas M. Britton, doctor at Clubview Vision Center. Also, Mike Kleinite at Ag Credit Residential Lending. Bucyrus, Mount Gilead, and Marion. The Ohio State University at Marion, a Big Ten education close to home. Ted Coder, Monarch Body Shop up in Dutchtown, and Blythe Freely and Todd McDougall at Freely and Company Insurance in New Washington. You've got around the table Adrian, did I pronounce that right?
Yep.
Adrian, Jury, and Marin. Okay, well, it's going to make me spell that a little differently. Marin. Okay. And let's talk first to Adrian, Jury. What grade?
I'm a freshman.
You're a freshman this year? Why did you choose volleyball?
I love how competitive it is, and I just always love volleyball.
All right, so how long have you been playing?
I've been playing since 5th grade.
All right. What got you into volleyball? Were you part of those young ladies that were going to the state championships and watching the girls' games? Did mom play when she was in school?
No, neither am I. Well, my mom didn't play volleyball, but when I was younger, a coach at my school talked me into playing volleyball because they were short on players.
Okay.
And then a coach at Black Swamp ended up reaching out to me and telling me to come try out for Black Swamp, and then I ended up...
What's Black Swamp?
It's a club volleyball program.
Okay.
And I ended up really liking volleyball and playing club volleyball.
Right, do you play other sports besides volleyball?
Yes, I play softball.
All right, what kind of goals do you have for this year for yourself?
For myself, I have to help get myself better at, is to help lead the team to victories and just do whatever I can to help the team out.
Do you foresee yourself, Coach, does she foresee herself playing some varsity action as a freshman?
Yes.
You do? Okay, so obviously you've got some talent if they have confidence in you as a freshman to get involved with the program. Where do you see the team going this year? Because as we mentioned, the coach here, you graduated a lot of people last year. And
we all connect very well. Our team has a very strong connection. We're all very good athletes, so I think that we could win the N10.
All right, very good. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you. You did a good job. Marin, right?
Yep.
Marin McDougall, and Marin, talk to me a little bit about what grade are you in?
9th.
9th grade, freshman as well. Talk to me a little bit about your role on this team.
I'm the setter on the team, so I just kind of want to lead the team. So
How long have you been playing volleyball?
Since 5th grade too.
All right, now did you have the opportunity to play some club volleyball as well?
I played
Right,
for
does that
Black
help
Swamp.
out?
It does, yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about other sports other than volleyball.
I don't play any other sports.
This is
Just
it, huh?
volleyball. Yeah.
This is it. So now, when you get out of volleyball next November, will you start playing club volleyball right away?
No.
You get a little bit of a break?
I'm gonna have surgery, so I won't get to do anything.
All right, very good. I appreciate you stopping by. You did a great job. We're going to be back and talk to Coach a little bit about the upcoming season. That comes up in just a moment. Our show brought to you by the Burkhart family at Burkhart Farm Sales, your Case IH dealer on the Manette U. Winchester Road. Also, Rod Steiger and everybody at Pizza Hut, Bucyrus and Gallion, the host of our show since 1992. Vince Ponziani and everybody at Waycraft Industries. North Central State College, Mansfield, the Crawford Success Center in Bucyrus, Hannah Newton, Wendy's, Bucyrus, and Upper Sandusky, and Lee Plymel and Brad Seibert at the Plymel Insurance Group, Bucyrus, and Gallion. Coach, let's talk a little bit about the upcoming season. First of all, the teams to beat in this league. I mean, obviously, the way you were talking last Thursday, the way I've been hearing here lately, virtually everybody.
I think the schedule, I think the teams are going to be legit up and down. Like I told you before, there's not going to be one team I think that's going to roll through. I think everybody's able to compete. If you take a night off, you're going to get beat this year in the league.
Right.
So we got to show up.
Let me ask you a little bit about some specific teams. Seneca East, it seems to me last year, Seneca East, was, you beat them, but they probably were close to the best second team in the league. How are they going to be this year? Was that unfair to say that?
I think Winford was second in the league last
Okay,
year,
all
so they were good. Seneca East brings back most of their team. I think that's probably going to be their strength. Is they're almost all coming back, so I think they're going to be tough this year.
All right. Summer practice, how did everything go?
I think it went pretty well. We were able to play in some tournaments. We got in the gym and got after it. We did what we were supposed to do.
This is last week was the first week of league practice?
August 1st was the first day.
All right, and how are we doing so far with practices?
Good. The girls are in the gym.
What did we learn?
What did we learn?
Yeah.
We learned that we have to focus on basics right now.
All right.
We're young. We have to make sure we're in the right spot. It's all the little things that we got to do right. That's what I keep preaching to the girls. The wins will come, but we got to focus now on getting in the right spots, staying low, all the fundamentals.
First match.
Delaware
When?
Christian on the 20th.
What Christian?
Delaware Christian.
Delaware Christian.
Yep.
And first league match.
We open with Colonel Crawford. I think it's on the 30th. Tuesday
right.
the 30th.
All right. Good luck, Coach. We thank you
you
so much for sharing some time with us today. It's a pleasure to have you aboard. Some of the things coming up on the sports program on WQEL. There's no Indians baseball. This will be Indians. No Guardians baseball today. They're off, but tomorrow the Guardians will be playing at Detroit at 6:35. Wednesday, they also play the Tigers at 6:35. More important than that, Mike Sparks, Coach's Corner East from the Gallion Pizza Hut on the WQEL Facebook page with Gallion Pressline and Colonel Crawford. Thursday, we have a special edition of the phone board from Ralphie's and Gallion. We'll be talking with all the sports media from all over North Central Ohio. Begins at 5 o'clock on WQEL. And Indians baseball, again I said Indians, the Guardians, it takes a long time. I've been saying that since I was 5 years old. The Guardians will be playing the Detroit Tigers, but it's a 12:35 start on Thursday. I always like those afternoon games. It makes the day go so much faster when you got the baseball game on the radio. Friday, the Guardians against the Toronto Blue Jays on the road. In fact, they play the Blue Jays Saturday at 2:35 and again Sunday at 7:05. So we've got a full week of Guardians baseball for you on WQEL. We'd like to thank all of our guests from Bucyrus, Winford, and Buckeye Central. Special thanks to everybody here at Pizza Hut, my engineer, John Kreider, his assistant, Harper Boggs, and we appreciate them coming by and helping us out with the show tonight. On behalf of all of our guests and everybody here at Pizza Hut, this is Davey Jones. Have a pleasant good evening, everybody.